Resting anxiety, Vince.
The Woody Show.
Man, one common theme that was throughout meeting people at our event on Saturday. Gina, you made quite the impression.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this one just came through, too. Texas. Meeting Gina was the highlight of my year.
Oh, my God.
Thank you guys so much for coming out. Sammy's the best. I was high, and she laughed with me, and it was awesome.
I love that.
Yeah, I mean, no, but like, I heard from a couple people who are scarf recipients.
Oh, yes. People are getting their scarves now.
Yeah, saw that, and they're like, people were just over the top, like, oh my God, she's so nice.
I'm so
and she's
happy.
so cool. And it was it was just nice. People were like, man, the show is the best it's ever been, and blah 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 blah. And it was nice.
That's awesome. And I love that everybody knew I was a hugger, so I gave so many hugs.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny when people say, "Can I hug you?"
I'm like,
no, come on.
Yeah,
bitch,
well, you
get
need
over
consent.
here,
baby.
Let's go back to Gina Grad, who's got the trending news headlines.
Yes, well, some big news. U.S. officials are warning Americans in a bunch of popular parts of Mexico to shelter in place after a big cartel crackdown triggered a ton of violence.
That's gonna be great. You're on vacation. All of a sudden, it's like shelter in place.
Yeah, like the big vacation for the year.
Trying to get out of the airport was
good luck
crazy.
with that.
Yeah.
So the alert is issued for places like Puerto Vallarta and Guadalajara, and along with places like Michoacan and Nuevo León. The warning came after Mexican forces killed Nemesio El Mencho, that's what he's called, Cervantes. He's the leader of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel. So El Mencho had grown his cartel to the most powerful one in Mexico, so his death really screws up their operation. Now the cartel firing back at the citizens, burning cars, I saw one burning the Costco, burning all these little, little mom and pop shops, blocking roads in Puerto Vallarta. Flights by major airlines into the city have been either diverted or canceled. And Air Canada said they're just suspending the flights altogether. Mexican officials say they've cleared most of the roadblocks, but they warn that there's probably more violence on the way.
Yeah, they said it's up to 14 states there's issues happening in Mexico.
And it's like, by all means, take it out on the people that had nothing to do with this. Burn the Costco.
It's the cartel, you know?
Yeah.
It's like trying to figure out, like, well, why would somebody, because they're not, they're not normal thinking individuals.
Right.
In the least.
Let's say antisocial. Well, the Winter Olympics wrapped up and Team USA finished with a big old moment. The men's hockey team beat Canada 2-1 in a tight defensive game with Jack Hughes. Oh my God, how cute is he? Scoring the winning goal in overtime. But did you see all the pictures of his lack of teeth?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He got a high stick.
Yeah.
His two front teeth knocked out by a high stick from Sam Bennett on Canada's team during the third period. But like, those hockey guys are always smiling.
Yeah,
with
I
those
mean, just
missing
lost his teeth. They were on the ice at the Olympics.
God, that was funny.
You know what's funny is handful of years, 2021, I believe, my son and I went to whichever one was in Vegas, the All-Star weekend in Vegas. And a friend of mine is, so well connected in hockey that we went to and got access to the players' family breakfast.
Oh.
At the player hotel.
Yeah.
So we were, so my son could meet all the All-Stars
heroes
that were like walking in and whatever. And so he got to meet all these players. We sat at a table because we were like looking for a place, and this woman's like, "Oh, here, you guys looking for a place? Just sit here." And it was Jack Hughes' mom.
Oh my God!
And she was so funny. It was like sitting at like now I go where my son plays hockey, and all the parents are hanging out. And the hockey moms are just talking, and she's just like, "This is like it's like a 18U tournament," and her son's in the All-Star. She's like. So he was doing this thing. He's doing like this one skills competition thing, and you get creative and have like a some kind of like shtick. And he did this whole like magician thing, and she's like, I told him it was stupid, but he did it anyway. I guess it went over fine. But I'm like, Jack, what are you doing? But it's just so funny hearing her because he was a big deal like rookie at the time, and she was super nice. It was just really funny, like watching. They kept showing her in the stands, and my son's like, "Oh, we had practice."
I know
with
that
her.
lady.
We're best friends. We eat with her all the time.
No, she was just super nice.
I love that.
She was super nice.
This is the first men's hockey gold for the U.S. since the Miracle on Ice back in 1980. So big deal. Overall, Norway finished first in the medal count with 41, U.S. in second with 33, and Italy third at 30. Norway also led in gold medals with 18, followed by the U.S. with 12, Italy with 10. And up next, the Olympics returns for the Summer Games in Los Angeles in 2028. So get ready. Well, speaking of getting ready, another storm is making its way across the U.S. today, and it's going to shut down a lot of the Northeast. A blizzard warning has been put into effect, stretching from Virginia all the way up to New Hampshire and Vermont.
Well, I mean, it's already going on. It was snowing all day yesterday at my mom's place.
Oh,
damn.
There are seriously like 18 inches already dumped on them.
Yeah, I checked in with her last night. I'm like, hey, how's the snow going? And she says, yeah, we already got about 7 inches, and they're expecting another 8 to 10.
Yeah.
And
here it has to do
hold up
a lot with the current in the Gulf of Mexico, that it's been the weakest in 1,600 years, which has affected the weather. That it's going to be like that for a while, where it's just going to be like cold constantly.
Yeah, but she said it was like a heavy wet snow, and it was supposed to get into like I guess the 50s here in the next couple of days. So like it's not going to hang around, but they still had big piles of snow because they've gotten so much here recently. She's just outside of Philadelphia.
Well, more than 5,000 flights have already been canceled. Over 200,000 people without power in New Jersey, Delaware, Massachusetts, and it's expected to keep falling. So bundle up if you can, stay home.
It's not even that. It's just like if you're traveling, like it affects so many of the airlines, and because the planes have. If you ever gone on and you said, all right, well, I'm flying from this place to this place. Previous flight, where's your plane coming from?
Yeah.
Look there. And then previous flight from that, where's that coming from?
Oh, no.
These planes are, Greg, you would hate it.
They're
they don't
tired.
rest.
Yeah.
They're tired.
They don't rest. They're
so tired.
Exactly.
They're on the move. They don't just stay in a particular region. It's like, coast to coast routes or these different things. So it really jacks up the entire system.
But just by the time the plane gets to you, it's thinking,
exhausted.
like, I've already done this for hours.
Even though we've had numerous engineers say that the engines can pretty much run for 50 years
They
straight.
want
Greg's not trying to hear that.
as long as you maintain them and you give them nice oil. And,
they would like a nap here and there.
do regular
Well,
inspections.
speaking of air flight and all that sort of thing, Greg, you would have had the last laugh on all of us because the Department of Homeland Security announced over the weekend that TSA PreCheck and Global Entry were being suspended due to the partial government shutdown. So that pissed off a ton of travelers.
So it was just everybody back to the plebe way of doing it?
Yep, everybody back with the groundlings. But
Which would have gone on forever because, there's no end in sight, because both sides are dug in so hard on the funding of Homeland Security.
But here's the thing. It pissed off people so much that in less than 24 hours, the DHS reversed the decision.
Oh.
Instead, they said that TSA, quote, will evaluate on a case-by-case basis and adjust operations. Global Entry, however, is still down. Democrats and the DHS commend the suspension in the first place, saying that leadership was punishing travelers on purpose. And it was another slow weekend at the box office, but there is one movie making some waves. Sony's animated basketball movie GOAT, which I can't believe I haven't seen because it's all anyone talks about in our house. That's one Steph Curry produced and stars in, came at number 1 in its second week. The movie debuted last week at number 2, but the kids won't stop talking about it as such strong word of mouth that now it's the top spot. Wuthering Heights, go ahead.
It's a movie note.
Oh, okay. Wuthering
I'll get your
Heights
opinion.
came in second.
Oh.
I Can Only Imagine 2 debuted in third. Anyone?
I don't remember the first one.
Crime 101 in fourth. Anyone?
Sure.
Send Help rounded out the top 5. Next weekend's box office, though, that's going to shake things up. That's when Scream 7 is coming out.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I read this article, and it's predicting that in the next 5 to 8 years, theaters are going to go out of business.
I believe
5 to
it.
8?
Yeah, sometime in the next 5 to 8 years. Like, you'll still have like an IMAX kind of thing, but
Like
just
an
the
experience theater?
just the regular standard multiplex.
Wow.
Like that whole thing is going to be done because the business of running one of those places, the math don't math.
Yeah.
They don't really make any money on the movies. They make money on the snacks.
Concessions.
Right.
And that's not enough to get people to necessarily leave their house as things have gotten. They've been talking about this for decades, but as things keep getting better and better, and as things, like especially if Netflix ends up taking over Warner Brothers, like a lot of those movies, they'll be on Netflix probably within a couple days of being in the theater. So there's no real exclusivity of like, hey,
Right.
you want to see this right away, you got to go to the theater.
Yeah.
For
Well,
it.
and like we always talk about, you can get a 100-inch TV for,
Oh yeah.
The price of popcorn.
Yeah, so
That's true.
so it's,
Pretty much.
worth it to
Yeah.
watch it at home. It's
Yeah.
like the movie
So,
theater.
but do you think that look, people have been calling for the death of a lot of things,
Yeah.
and things are still around.
Yeah.
Do you see that happening?
I see it happening before that.
Really?
Yeah,
Before
sooner
that,
than that.
I just feel
But
like less of them.
I also kind of, maybe just because I'm so damn cynical, don't believe that they're not making money on the actual movies. Last time I went to the movies was for a matinee. Granted, it was in IMAX, but 2 tickets for Wicked 2 was like $51.
It's
Oh my
insanely
God.
So
expensive.
how are they not making?
But is that the
any
movie
money on
house that's
that?
making that, or because I know
don't-
Yeah,
I
how
don't
does it
know.
work?
my
What's the
neighbor
business?
owns a gas station, like a gas station convenience store thing, and he was talking about like they don't make any money on the gas.
That's
Like,
what they say.
They don't.
Then
So
why
they
is
make-
it $1 million?
They don't set that.
Yeah.
So they make their money on people who are getting gas, coming in and grabbing a sandwich or a
snacks.
coffee or soda, you know, whatever. That's where they make their money.
Okay, so it's always concessions across the board.
In
Yeah.
fact, there's a gas station
Cigarettes.
right down the street from the radio station here. And if you notice, their prices are way out of whack.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
crazy!
They're
high.
like $1.50 or more
Oh,
per
yeah.
gallon than any other place within another 5-block radius.
because they don't care, right?
They're trying to stick it to because the local operator can set the price higher than whatever's mandated by whoever they're getting their gas from, you know, but they can't sell it for any lower.
Got it.
So what
Yeah.
they're doing is they're just like, all right, fine. If we have to, you know, put up with, you know, they have like a licensing fee or there's something where if you have that gas station, you have to pay them a certain, you know, kind of fee per month or whatever it is, like a franchise kind of thing. But they do this to discourage people from getting gas there because they're trying to stick it to the company and not sell any of their gas.
That kind of makes
hilarious.
sense.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy is that every day when I leave work, and you might have seen this, there are like 4 or 5 Amazon vans at any given time. So Amazon's
They
willing
don't
to
care.
pay
Yeah, because the driver doesn't pay.
that
they don't care.
astronomical
Yeah.
amount per gallon.
Yeah.
I always see cars at that
I
station.
think
what are
uh,
you doing?
to save movies though, they have to lower the cost of like food and everything. But the business real estate, you know, they might be locked into a lot of bad deals from when it was booming, so they have to sell stuff at that price to be able to cover the rent.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna maybe try and figure it out because the popcorn buckets are a big thing. That's like exclusivity, and people are buying them. So I think they're gonna have to like go the merch route to try and make money.
like how artists do to sell albums.
Yeah.
They bundle it.
That's
get
not-
a T-shirt.
But that's not the studio that would, I mean, the studio would be the one that would benefit off the merch sales, not the movie theater.
because it's exclusive.
They don't because they don't own the trademark, the brand. They don't own the intellectual property for
Right, I can't go
Spider-Man.
out and
but
sell
when
wicked
companies do
shirts.
collabs and stuff, right? The company that's doing the collab with them would still make money. So I would think the movie theater would still make
I'm
money.
sure they would have to work out a deal where they get somewhat of a cut because these movie theaters, these movie companies are gonna want movie theaters, right?
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if you
Or
had
do
the
they not
opportunity
care?
to watch whatever
First run.
At
like
home?
the movie comes out this Friday. Scream 7
Yeah.
is coming out. You could watch it at home. It's going to cost you $25, but you could watch it at home.
And everyone can watch it for that price.
There are people who will want to go out in the theater and see that, but there are a lot of people who don't want to, you know, get the babysitter, don't have the,
Totally.
you know, don't have the freedom within their schedule to make that happen. They'll go, yeah, I'll take that,
Or a $15 hot dog.
or the $15.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
hearing people eat and dealing with other crap.
Oh
like
yeah,
exactly.
because people
Like
are
the
like,
theater experience is overrated.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
not considered at all anymore.
I don't want the movie theaters to go away. In fact, I was just having a moment just over the last few days where I had a thought like, man, I just want things to go back to the way they used to be.
like in the 80s.
Yeah, because I was watching something and it was like this full nostalgia moment where, you know, yes, there's been a lot of advancements in things that make things more convenient or easy. There was a meme I saw where it was like, we watched the morning news, read the daily paper, and the evening news. Everything else in between was for living.
Yeah.
So there was no like constant,
24-hour news cycle.
screens,
Yeah.
24-hour news
Yeah.
cycles, the social media, like comparing yourself to other people, like that time in between, like whenever you got the morning paper and read what was happening that morning or listened to the morning radio update,
That was that.
and then until, you know, Walter Cronkite, and, that was, you know, pre my time.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like the evening news,
Yeah.
Dan
Ted
Rather,
Koppel.
whoever.
Whoever.
You know, everything else in between was just meant for living.
Yeah.
You know, and
Those days are over.
it wasn't like you know, I look out when I'm doing like stage announcements and stuff at these big concerts, and like just everybody's got phones out,
Yeah.
and nobody's
Why are
just
you even
living in
here?
the moment.
Yeah.
No, nobody.
And so I just had this, you know, thought about, man, you know, I just want things to go back to the way they used to be.
Yeah.
True.
My childhood movie theater was more of a hangout because they had like a separate arcade.
Oh,
they had like
yeah.
little
Yeah.
restaurants and like that's a good hang for
Yeah.
kids.
Can I
Well,
also
that's yeah.
say with the advancements, all the advancements are great. Do you know what has advanced? Signage. Signage everywhere sucks nowadays. Like,
What do you mean?
There's less and less signs. Like, so I went to IKEA, right? I want to do like a pickup. there's no sign to tell me where to go to do the pickup.
Really?
At all, yeah.
I don't know.
When you're in a parking garage, the signage just sucks on where to
Well,
navigate.
they should go
anywhere.
see that dude. Who's that Asian dude
Oh
on
my God,
social
I
media
love him.
who sells the signs?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that guy, the
He's
politically
the best.
incorrect guy.
Yes.
yeah.
There's
He'll
this,
hook you
like-
up with a sign.
We got to post that.
There's like this trans person that was complaining
Yeah.
about like what bathroom they should use. He goes, ish in your pants. Anyway,
Check out this sign.
check out this sign.
yeah.
That guy rules.
Yeah,
I
you know what's funny? You read the
It's
comments
not
on that guy. Nobody goes after him.
everybody loves
They
him.
love him.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I'll look it
Gotta
up. I'll
find him. I've never known his name.
He's
Yeah,
so funny.
that's so funny. And he's they're making
Yeah.
dumb money on signs.
yeah.
Those are cool signs.
Hit them
too.
up.
They're like
neon,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, we can get one for the studio. We'll order one from him.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get him on the phone. We'll order one. 877-44-WOODY. Hit us up with a text over to 22987. We'll be right back.
I'm not